Hello, welcome back. It's Marina from the Butterfly Effect, and this is a mini read for the upcoming weekend, which is the 22nd, 23rd of November. Yes, we are recording. Okay, possibly reading for a male. Literally seem to be reading for males all over the place. Obviously, which is utterly bizarre because like 85% of my listeners are females, so I must be picking up on your people. But not necessarily. You can switch it. This is pretty genderless, I have to say, other than the fact that the person I'm reading for is a stag, and I usually do see this as my masculine, but I have a stag in reverse here, take the lead. So this is someone who's not taking the lead in a situation, or hasn't been prepared to take the lead. It can also mean that this is someone who that others struggle to follow because they don't maybe feel they can be trusted. It can also be that someone is maybe promoting themselves too strongly because they're afraid that others might see their weakness or imperfections. So there's possibly a little bit of fear here, and it is suggesting that you be honest with yourself and listen to those that support you. I'll come back to that. The overall message is that there's a very swift realization here that things are not how you thought they were. I have got taking the self, and the clarified by the Four of Swords. Taking the self is it's doing a complete 180. Is suddenly looking back and seeing something is entirely different to how you imagined it. It's getting really, really clear in a radical way that something is not what you thought it was. You have maybe viewed a situation or a person completely differently. I think you've gauged something very, very wrongly here. And with the Four of Swords in reverse, this is kind of being banished from a person, banished from a group. It's rejection. It can be exhaustion. So you might sort of be realizing that someone who you may think is a friend, or that you're part of a group and you're it's all very friendly, and then you find that actually it's not. That you're not one of the crowd, that you are being excluded, that you maybe haven't been, people don't trust you, or there was something that you should have done in the stag spirit upright, taking the lead in a situation, and you haven't. I think you maybe procrastinated. I think actually whoever I'm reading for has had some false pride here, because what the Titan is looking over at here is solace, and I do feel that someone is getting real clarity on something that they've not maybe seen before, and it is completely different to how they imagined, because the Nine of Cups in reverse, this is someone who's really smug, someone who does have a lot of false pride, and is actually not as popular as they think. This is quite unfriendly energy. And somebody is not getting a fresh start here. This is my blank page in reverse. It also means that someone hasn't listened to something that they should have done. They haven't been paying attention. They've maybe been distracted and have suddenly turned round and everything's changed. I think someone's been very maybe overly confident here about their position within a group, within a relationship, within a workplace, and they're suddenly seeing that actually things are not as the way they thought they would be, the way they thought that things would play out. Their position is not what they thought it was. And I'm reading possibly for a Knight of Cups here, and I think, this Knight of Cups, I think he's wanting now to make a love offer. This may be someone who has, this is towards the Empress, who's in reverse here, by the way, with a Tower in reverse. It's like someone is trying to avoid disaster here. There's been, I think they've invested poorly with the Seven of Pentacles also in reverse, or their harvest is poor, maybe reaping what they sow sometimes. But the Empress is in reverse here, and they now seem to want to make an approach, a love offer towards the Empress. maybe that, I mean, this could be someone's mother, the mother of the children, the wife. Maybe, I think maybe someone who's been taken for granted. Yes, that's what it is. Someone's been taken for granted. I think this person being very confident that nothing would change and they could go off and do their own thing. And the wife would, you know, stay at home and do everything. And it's like they've suddenly turned around to realise that actually things are maybe a lot worse than what they imagined. And now they're trying to make good. This could be male or female. Because they've lacked vision. I've got my visionary in reverse here. Everything is suggesting there's a lack of vision here. They've not seen things as they are, but now they are, because Tatum is all about that light bulb moment with solace. It's like suddenly everything comes into focus. And the main message, and this is in reverse, I never read these in reverse, is the gift of sacred sight, Fiona and the unicorn. The gift of sacred sight is in reverse. Someone's intuition and, you know, is completely off. I will read you a little bit of it upright. But basically it's kind of suggesting that it's reversed of this. With your third eye opening, it may be helpful to work with a crystal to work outside the fairies in their natural habitat. Blah, 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 I don't want that. Unicorns help us to choose between what is pure and what is polluted. The unicorn's spiral horn, holding the divine ratio and perfect proportions within it, connects directly to their third eye. At this time, many messages are being drawn directly to your third eye, and so your clairvoyant capacity is growing and opening, which can be disturbing. So it might be like a spiritual awakening here for someone, which can feel a bit like psychosis, but it's in reverse. So I'm honestly feeling that someone has not had clear vision, the complete opposite. And they maybe thought they were in there, they were popular, their position was secure, and they're suddenly getting a dawning realization that that's not the case. I've got gratitude in reverse here. This is someone who's been ungrateful, who's not been mindful. And I do genuinely think they've just taken a situation or a person for granted here, and now there's some guilt about the situation. This guilt is about not really doing as much as you should have done. This is watching someone else do all the work and put in all the effort and not lifting a hand to help them. No woman, no cry. Yeah. So yeah, this sort of looking back, it's sort of looking at it. This is Iris and the rainbow, so, you know, the rain and then comes the rainbow. It's like hoping for a brighter future. It's almost like it's too little too late. And there's some major work needing to be done here if you're looking to try and get this Empress upright. Just a weekend reading, so we'll just take you an advice card. What advice can you offer? It is this Knight of Cups. What advice, Spirit, can you offer the Knight of Cups for this reading? What advice can you offer this Knight of Cups in this situation? What advice do you have for the Knight of Cups with regards to the Empress? I'm not sure that's two. Yeah, see things from a higher perspective. And I think that's what you're seeing now, but I don't think you're liking what you see. The ego can also be, in this text, quite prideful. I think someone's being proper cocky here, that's what I'm getting. And they've just expected, you know, someone to maybe, you know, get the shitty end of the stick and be okay with it. Maybe not give their person the attention that they needed. Oh, come on, ego, where are you? Here we are. Ego medicine swirls around you, encouraging you to recognize that your view or vision may be limited at this time. I mean, tarot's just genius, isn't it? Every card is saying this. Visionary in reverse. The third eye, gift of clear sight in reverse. Stag spirit in reverse. But we are seeing it now. Okay. If there is a chance that your own desperation, need or ego could be blocking you from seeing the potential in your current situation, if there are other people involved, you're being guided to see things from everyone's perspective. If you're feeling the need for something to change, you can take the high road. How can you take the higher road? Know that if you have intentions that are not for the highest good, it will only hold you back. The ego brings the energy of healing and love directly from Father Sky. So look at things from a different angle, fly higher and see new possibilities. Yeah, somebody is sort of getting a real shocking realization that things are not how they thought they were. They haven't been paying attention, they haven't been listening, they haven't been giving the attention possibly to the Empress. But I mean, it could just be a group situation, a family situation, but they've just not seen it, and now they just might. So a little mini one. I hope you have a super weekend, hope the weather's good, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.